Ariel Helwani in New York City getting set for UFC 230 on Saturday night, standing alongside David Branch, who meets Jared Cannonier at Madison Square Garden. So, David, you were originally supposed to fight Jacare Souza. Rockhold gets injured. They bump him up to fight Chris Weidman. How'd you feel about that switch?
I didn't like it too much. It's something that you got to get used to. It was a little emotionally draining, but then it went back to normal after the next 2 days.
Were you in discussion to move up and fight Chris?
No, I wasn't asked anything like that. When I found out the news, they already had made the switch.
No secret, Jacare has been in the sport a long time, former champion in Strikeforce. Jared's not quite there yet. Did you feel like it was a letdown emotionally and also from like an athletic standpoint to go from a guy like Jacare stature-wise to Jared?
Not really. I mean, the guy's a tough guy, and everybody's dangerous in there. And the moment that you start thinking that somebody's easier than the next person, we're all in the UFC. They're all middleweights, and they're all tough, and they're all capable of the same things. So that's the way I look at it, and anybody that I get in there with, I deem as a threat. And I make sure that I do every situation to address that, you know.
Did they consult with you at all, or they just told you, like, hey, we're switching your opponent?
No, they it made sense. It wasn't anything to really consult with me about. Jacare's number 5, I'm number 7, so the person that they're probably going to move up is the one that's closer to Weidman's rank, and it made sense.
Jared's a bit of a different opponent than Jacare. Do you feel like you've had enough time to prepare for him?
Oh, yeah, because I train all my tools, and we just got to make certain tweaks and certain adjustments, particularly for his game. But it'll be pretty much the same strategy. With Jacare, I was going to be a complete fighter and do everything.
The Jacare fight, there was like a little bit of a drama, storyline going into that one with you guys going back and forth on Twitter. You were very active trying to get him. With him, there's nothing there. Is that a breath of fresh air, or do you prefer that drama leading up to the fight?
I don't like drama, and I really didn't want to do any of those things to get the fight. I'm more of a very respectful fighter. I've turned into that at least, and I think the last thing that I've done was with the barbershop thing, and I'm not really, that's not really me. That's not who I am. I do those things because I'm asked to do those things, but I'm not going to be doing those things anymore.
You're done.
With those kind of antics, yeah. I'm very respectful. I respect all the gladiators here. We all put our lives on the line. We all have families. And I don't think that I need to degrade anybody or come at somebody in a negative way for me to get a fight. We're fighting anyway, And I think that with the right kind of movements with the management and talking to certain people, these things can happen. There's no need for antics.
Do you regret anything that you've done in the past?
Absolutely not, because if I wouldn't have done it, I wouldn't have learned from them.
All right, so here we are fighting in New York City. You're a proud New Yorker. I know you don't live in New York anymore, but fighting at MSG. And I know you fought at the theater, right, for World Series, but MSG proper, where there's been so many historic boxing matches. What does that mean to you?
It's right across the street from the PATH train, so it's going to be fairly easy to get home if I want to take public transportation. And Sabaros is right across the street. Also the A train. It's a building that I've always walked past, and as a New Yorker, you get pretty numb with stuff like that, So I'm really happy to go there. I look at it like a place that I have to, put in my chapter of sports history inside that building, where so many other great people, performers, athletes have already done it.
Great finish for you back in April. Do you feel like confidence is higher than usual? You get a nice finish like that off, against a great veteran in Santos. How would you describe your confidence going to this fight as opposed to the last fight?
My confidence was really high going into the last fight. Anytime that I've had my back put up against the wall, I've come off a loss. I've been very dangerous. Coming back, I believe that it's triggered my obsessive personality a whole lot more than it was. I think I got a little lackadaisical winning so many fights coming into the UFC and thinking it was going to be easy road. And I think the fight with Rockhold definitely let me know that there was a lot of things that I needed to improve in my game, as a person, in my character, everything.
You win this fight against Jared. Do you want the Jacare fight? Do you need to finish that?
I win this fight, and I'd like to still fight him somewhere in the future. I'd like to see what happens with him and Chris first, and then we'll see.
Best of luck to you. Looking forward to it.
You got it. Thank you.